How many of you in here, when you were little kids, ran around everywhere and screamed and lived a carefree childhood? I would expect most of us, because the majority of us grew up with a nice home life. Also, how many times did your mom scream, "Hey, stop running, you're gonna hurt yourself"? Once again, I would bet money to say that we've all heard that. Now, how many of us happy, excited kids just stopped and said, "Okay, Mommy, you're right"? Not so many. It took until you tripped and fell, then you actually realized what you were doing was very dangerous and could cause problems and pain. That's where we stand right now today. Our waterways, seaports, and public transportation is failing right now, and all that's happening in our country is that Mom is yelling, "Stop, that's dangerous." Waterway and seaport transportation is crucial to the USA's import and export resources. Good afternoon, judges and classmates. I'm Eddie Weiss, and with me is my dashingly handsome partner, Cooper Tolan, and we are here to tell you why and how our country will fix its infrastructure. We'll be debating the resolution, resolve that the United States federal government should substantially increase its transportation infrastructure investment in the United States. Just to make everything a little clearer to everyone, the federal government contains the Department of Transportation. The word substantially in this resolution, according to dictionary.com, references to an ample or considerable amount. Transportation infrastructure is simply just saying the state of quality and use that our public transportation, seaports, waterways, and high-speed rail are in at a certain time. Lastly, an investment is something that you put your time and money into to achieve the best possible result that you can. In the past, people, for public transportation, rode on animals together and walked everywhere, but that's not what we're here to discuss. I'm just saying that the use of public transportation has been here forever, and it would be a shame to see everything literally crumble to pieces. Right now, in the USA, our public transportation and mass transit systems are in desperate need of change. I would like to guess that almost no one in here rides a bus. Not a school bus, but a public one, such as SEPTA. By itself, SEPTA provides its services to 3.9 million people in only the Philadelphia area. Those systems work, but are getting more run down every single day. The systems that are used all across the U.S. aren't available where they are necessary, like cities and some suburban areas, like the SEPTA system is. If we can change certain aspects to them and make them simpler, then we would lower our air pollutants and energy usage and especially improve the nation's environment in urban areas. Next, our seaports and waterways must be upgraded. The Panama Canal will be finished its expansion in 2015. The expansion is set to give more area and power to accommodate to post-Panamax ships. A post-Panamax ship is just a ship that's too large to fit into the canal. The bigger boats hold more cargo to upgrade the amount of imports and exports through that area. James White, director of Maryland's Port Administration, says that he thinks it'll be a major win for us. Maryland has the 16th biggest port in the U.S. The expansion in the canal also opens up options to open up and deepen the infrastructure of new ports in New York, New Jersey, Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Jacksonville, Florida, and Miami, Florida. Currently, the only ports that are large enough to accommodate these new ships are in Baltimore, Miami, and Norfolk. According to the North American Export Grain Association, as of August 2005, 3 ports in Louisiana serve as gateway for nearly 55 to 70% of all U.S. exported corn, soy, and wheat. Barges carry these grains from the Mississippi River to the ports for storage and export. Imports to these ports often include steel, rubber, coffee, fruits, and vegetables. All that's going to do is put our trade economy on the rise and provide us with benefits. InfrastructureReportCard.org tells us that America's grade in infrastructure is a D-. Terrible, right? But it's still technically passing. What happens in our time to people who have D- grades throughout life? They may go to community college, but they always end up failing, one way or another. Just like our trains. Railways have been a huge part of our history in the United States, but that's just what they are. History. The railways are in need of dire repair, and if not improved with modern technologies in the next few years, they will crumble. Although, a different solution could be high-speed rail. If we have built transcontinental railways before, what's stopping us from doing it now? In 1863, it took them only 6 years to build such a railroad, and nowadays we have more modern technology and better building techniques, so it should take even less time. The way that these high-speed railways would be is that they are cheaper to use than airplanes, so there would be nothing to keep people away. High-speed rail is safe and affordable. Great words to hear for any American citizen. All in all, it seems that there is no legitimate argument against the practical and desirable need for change. Remember, affirmative is the investment in your future. Thank you. Vote affirmative.